Hey everybody, it's Derek with Clash in the North here, bringing you the Week 4 recap of the CWLL over here at Awakens. In this one, we were able to pull out the win against Annihil-8, and we improved to 3-1 on the season. While we take a look, oh dang it, when I get this back up, we'll take a look at everything they did to all of our bases here. We were kind of in a unique situation there at the end where we had known we had mathematically clinched it, so we kind of went for a Town Hall 11 triple attempt, which is kind of why the star total is a little bit lower. So we'll go ahead, before jumping into any attacks, we're tied with Forbidden, Skyrim Legends, and us, all at 3-1. If Skyrim Legends wins against Skyrim Legends and Forbidden play each other next week. If they go ahead and win, Skyrim Legends wins, they'll clinch the division. Forbidden wins, and then it really just depends what happens with us. If Forbidden wins and we win, we'll win the division. If Forbidden wins and we loses, they'll win the division. Anyways, we'll jump into some attacks. We had a Town Hall 10 triple this war, so obviously we'll check that out. And we have ADE coming in here. And just kind of clearing out some trash. Going to want to charge this queen to get this first AD, and then charge into the queen king box and go ahead and take out the cannon, the two wizard towers, as well as the king queen, and get down into that sweeper. King is coming here doing like just a suicide method, backed up by a few wizards to go ahead and clear everything he can get, which is really just that air defense is all that really mattered. Some wizards come down behind, just kind of help clear things out a little bit quicker. CC comes out. Fortunately, the loon goes the other way. The hog that was supposed to pull the CC didn't kind of pull everything together. But that's okay. The loon does die from that poison. That's really all that mattered. Now the queen's just going to take care of the hound and just get moving on. This does take a little bit. Drops ahead some minions to go ahead and clear the pups up just quickly to try and keep everything moving. They hit a corner hut down there, and that's why a minion came flying in. Then to go ahead and using the last 4 wall breakers to make sure everything's broken in there, has that rage spell, covered that just intentionally to make sure that those wall breakers would be under rage, so if anything happened, they only needed one of them. Second rage spell goes down. This is really just because the Lalo's kind of about to start here, and there's no reason to just make sure she's at full health, not having to watch her. Everything's kind of coming into this first air defense. Air skellies come up, a rage spell goes down to clear out all the defenses very, very quickly. They move over there, goes ahead and freezes the Inferno Tower as everything's moving on through. With that frozen, you can go ahead and heal the loons as this comes up around this Wizard Tower just to kind of make sure everything is working on through. Queen finally gets that sweeper down, so the last real threat to kind of delay the inevitable here, it goes down, and then just some loons coming in on that backside to go ahead and clear a bunch of that. Queen gets in range of those air skeletons. That's really just going to help to keep those loons alive. Last real defensive structure goes down. That's the wizard tower there, losing a little bit of loons, but that's okay. As you can see, the pups and minions are doing cleanup all around, and then from there, just getting the rest of the trash ring cleared, getting that 3-star. It's always a good one. You have your queen live through a Town Hall 10 raid, you're probably looking pretty good. Next, let's go ahead and jump down into a bunch of Town Hall 9 action. This is just going to see some really unique stuff today, and that's kind of, I think, like if there was a general theme of the Town Hall 9s, it's going to just be a little bit of everything. So coming in with the quad Lalo, just has that baby drag that can target air, goes ahead and hastes these loons in, but what's really going to be key here is drops the rage, goes ahead and drops the 3 skelly spells and the poison. The poison could have been out there a little earlier, would have helped the hound, but then it's really just clearing that baby drag off the board, as that's the last threat. As the pups get that taken care of with that poison, everything's just kind of sweeping across this base. The queen's up, able to get defensives taken down, loons smashing through the middle and the sides, and it's just crippling everything. The real last defensive structure is just that expo and that wizard tower that can really do anything, and it really doesn't matter as most of the cleanup is all over the map and basically done. He has 2 packs of loons, so that really negates the power of the effectiveness of that wizard tower, because as the first pack gets there and goes down, the second packs were right on top, and it's just too little too late. Goes ahead there, has those extra loons for cleanup, so it wouldn't have even mattered had they taken out all that. It would have been fine. Totally smashed this base on a fresh hit too, so really, really cool job. That's why you saw just like the spells he was bringing and everything. Next, we'll go ahead and we have Justin, who seems to become just a regular. I think he may have 6-packs every week except the first one. I'm not really sure. He might not have had one this one, so I shouldn't say that. But it was close either way. He's come a long way. Goes ahead and drops down his CC golem. That's going to lure that CC. This was a fresh hit, so that's why he pre-poisoned it, and it was a very smart move. Has that second poison as well. Everything's going in. This is just to get the CC taken care of, clear out whatever they can get, and get the queen. You can see all that's going well, and then from there, just coming in with the hogs. They're just targeting all these defenses he can get. Wants to just path everything nicely around. You can kind of see there's that natural funnel break by the mortar and gold storage box, so he kind of knows like the hogs are going to wrap around this one way. So it works out really, really well for him. Unfortunately, he does have a little blunder here, as coming into that wizard tower, there will be a giant bomb, and he did not heal that decent pack of hogs. Had he healed that one, this would have even just been way more crushingly crushed, I guess. I don't know. It would have just smashed that side and smashed into those point defense, which would have allowed a lot more hogs to live. Queen's still up, doing work, clearing the rest of this trash. Whoops. And they just clear the rest of those defenses. The bomb tower's the last thing left, but it's no big deal. The king's really the threat there, and they get on that and take care of him. A bunch of the little troops are up. They're going to go ahead and just take care of the rest of this base, and then kind of what was looking really good just goes down a little bit as the rest of the stuff finally gets in range and starts taking out the king. The queen steps over there, gets the platform, gets the 3-star, so kind of a little interesting, a little sneaky. Next, we have another fresh hit, another just really unique thing that was done here. Zapquake, not what you'd expect. You know, I'd probably see Zapquake, think, hey, he's going to Zapquake in AD. No, it wasn't a concern. Wanted to get that sweeper down. Got the archer tower as a bonus, and that was just good value. You can see from here, he really wants to get the queen, the CC, and that other air defense, and that's a ton of value because the other air defenses, as you can see, are just in a nice little line that go right across the base. You know where everything's going to go. And that pathing is then money for his loons. So the queen's going to step up here. The little barbs live long enough just to distract the defensive queen for his queen to get in there, take care of that, and move on her way. And from this point, everything's set. So that's why getting rid of that sweeper that was facing, kind of opposing this direction, was such a big move. Comes in with the 3 hounds. Does have 4 of them, but with kind of how this was going, you can go ahead and do all these types of things where you just load them up because they're kind of going that one direction, and they're not going to tank a whole lot. I just wanted to make sure. The last real one that needs to be tanked because of pathing or anything like that, he comes in. Fortunately, there is that wizard or that Tesla farm there. Kind of thought that might be the case. And unfortunately, just a little late with some of the loons, so things are kind of pathing around that air defense, but one little straggler gets over there, takes it down, and they start moving on through. He goes ahead with the nice thing with all those Teslas being packed together as they were taking down the loons and the bomb drops, the splash damage was getting them, so it was really, really, really good for that. As soon as that sweeper goes down, the last real threat's gone. Minions are already down doing some cleanup, has 2 loons in the bag, still has that hound up. He wants that to kind of pop, kind of waiting on that, gets that pop, get those extra cleanup pups, and then it's just going to go quicker. Some skeleton traps pop up, which kind of annoys some of the cleanup, but no big deal. The rest of it just goes down, gets us a big 3-star. The 9s really, really did work this war. I think they hit it like 69%. And I mean, there was points time of like 80, 90% or something. It was just ridiculous. We'll check out the last one. The last, probably the most unique, least seen thing for last year. This was a cleanup attempt. So Chris did know that the CC contained non-air targeting troops. So he goes ahead and pops that Tesla, and I'm not really sure what that was for, to be honest, to pop it, but Goes ahead and gets the haste down, gets those 2 archers, zooms the healer across. You can see she ended up going across the archer queen's range, which dragged the queen out. Goes ahead and pops the king's ability, takes out the king or the queen, and then goes ahead and takes out the king. The healers start working on that, and then really from there that hound's kind of negated. Queen's going to come up here and just do a little naked walk and get an air defense, which, you know, just a value. As everything's going along, that's just going to kind of take a little bit. The king will die here, and the hound will get locked onto some other troops, and then over to the queen. So everything goes down. Big deal. All he really cared about was getting that taken care of. And then from here, just starting that Lalo, it really made that queen made that nice pathing. Just kind of, that also was like the really good benefit. It broke that. Has a heal spell for those centralized wizard towers. And everything's just kind of collapsing around this base, you know, just hasting loons into those outside defenses and allowing the big pack of loons to force it to go right through the middle, which is exactly how you want to Lalo. You can see the heals down for those wizard towers on that huge pack of loons. The other rage spell comes down for those tank defenses, so they're going down very, very quickly. Unfortunately, that hound did get popped, so it's kind of like a little bit annoying with how many pups are up, but good for him. One of his pups get over there and kind of starts helping out, and then he has that baby dragon in the general vicinity and a few more pups of his own that do help out as well. But the big pack of pups over there doing cleanup, getting everything taken care of. As the baby drag gets on those pups, it's over, and then just the rest is just cleanup. I mean, a couple are left, but it's not enough to do any sort of dent in the amount of cleanup troops that he has. So great job, Chris. Yeah, we'll make an exciting playoff push next week. Hopefully, at the time of the recap, I'll know if we're in or out. But if not, you know, we'll know if we at least have a contention if we win. We'll play LP5. LP5. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. So until next week, guys, stay frosty.